This Pride Parade is awesome. I know, right? Let's go get lunch at Zach's. Sodomy is sin. Transgenders are agents of the devil. That's not even close to true. Trans people are just like anyone else. All we want to live our own lives and express who we really are is a Hellbeam. Brooke, genuinely, how are you doing that? Hellbeam literally comes with your estrogen prescription. You really need to get on hormones. HRT stands for Hell Ray Tracker Beam. Duh. Personally, I blame those damn phones. Wait, what? I don't have Hellbeam on my skull tree. How did you get that? How do I unlock that? Where? I want to cast dark magic, damn it. My son is fine. Ma'am, your daughter turns into a puddle whenever she receives a feminine compliment. Come on. It's okay to ask for help. You're not a burden. Punch your local transphobe! Your feelings matter. Self-care, friends. It's important. Thanks to you, Ruby. Yours had the best advice. People just really suck sometimes. I'm sure there's anything that I could do about that. Hey, I have a suggestion. I see you're trying to rise up against fascism. Would you like some help? Are you my robot brother? No, I am your trans sister. Trans. Whoa, wait, your legs are minifigure revolvers? You've got guns for legs? Damn. Yeah, double D's. Dysphoria and depression. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Oh, what a nice young man over there. Huh? Is he your friend? Gender euphoria, yeah. Oh, her? She's a woman, haha, and yeah, she's my friend. Haha, that was funny. Can't you believe that person thought you're a man? Yeah, I can't imagine it. Hopefully once you come out, that'll clear all of this up. If they know and they're being this obtuse and ignorant about it, God, screw them. Yeah, just like you transfer me the $20 and we're good. Cool, let me do that now. Hello, dead name. You send $20 Canadian to deadname@emailaddress.com. Hello, dead name. You've received $20 from dead name. Yeah. E-transfer source food banks. So yeah, the banking information doesn't have updated or changed names and everything. Then yeah, it's just gonna be fucking this. PayPal can be really bad for this too. Pro tip: if you're doing like, you know, art commissions or any sort of like donation type thing, if you're a creator taking PayPal tips or donations, use a PayPal business account. You can hide your name. You don't need to dox yourself every time you use PayPal. Like, be careful about that. PayPal will dox you. Hey, if you're worried you don't have enough dysphoria to really be trans, remember that cis people don't have any. I've seen so many people share about the revelation they had when realizing that, yeah, cis people don't think about these things. That agonizing about your gender, about like your body, and comparing yourself to the opposite gender and wondering, you know, what your life would have been like if you were born as the other gender. And even just like constantly focusing on it and being aware of the difference. Like I remember being very aware of the difference between genders and like gender roles and gender expectations pretty early on. Something as simple as like toys. And just, you know, if I played with Barbies, the expectation was that that was weird. That I was doing something against the mold in some way by playing with Barbies. Or going over to friends' houses. Like when I was a little kid, some of my best friends were other girls. And as I got older, I was very, very aware, or made to be aware of like, that me hanging out with them was weird. That I should be hanging around boys, not girls. And that there was something like unsafe about me going over to her house to play cats and dogs on her PC. And it just always made me feel really alien and uncomfortable, and like something wasn't quite right, you know, that I didn't fit in. But when everything constantly comes down to the question of your gender, and that keeps happening and it doesn't really ever go away, and it follows you your whole life, you know, you think about, you know, like I looked at clothing, I looked at boots, like every kind of comparison I made about myself was always to other girls. And then take all of that and throw in the realization that cis people never think about this, never have this be like a constant like struggle for them, that this isn't the question, there isn't any dysphoria they have, there isn't any amount of like, oh, I wish I was the other gender. Yeah, there's something there, right? Probably means something. So wait, how do y'all know each other? All transgender content creators know each other. Don't you know that? We don't all know each other. Obviously, it can't possibly be true. But I do know everybody here. Kat's a really good friend, actually. And Yuko connected with like a year and a bit ago, and like she's awesome. Same with Alice. Alice is really cool. We haven't had a chance to talk too much, but like, yeah, she's awesome. Remember, son, women are vixens. They're orchestrating the fall of man with the entrancing power of their satanic bosoms. Wow. Needless to say, it was the most metal thing I'd heard in my life. Yeah, sometimes the bullshit they say is really goes hard. Also, I'm pretty sure that I have this guitar. Like, I am almost certain that this is my guitar. It's a PVPXD. Well, if it's mine, it's the Tragic. It might also be the Void. There's a couple models that PV came out of this line. Basically, they're like gothic guitars with active pickups. And I think the like higher models of them even came in like a coffin hard case. I had the Tragic one, so it's not like as fancy. But they're cool. Kind of a little noisy because active pickups are kind of not, I don't know, my favorite. Kind of tired of them, honestly. But I mean, it's a sick guitar. So this was kind of an excuse just to talk about my guitar, but looking at them side by side now, I think this isn't my guitar in the comic. Like, it doesn't have this metal thing, and the logo is different. Even the fretboards are different, actually. So like, I'm probably just totally off base. The logo on the guitar looks like BC Rick, so maybe it's like a warlock, I guess. I don't know. It gave me an excuse to come on camera at least.
One thing that's really cool about trans people is how prepared and resourceful they are. For one example, I was over at this trans girl's place and she had a dog bowl with water in it set up, even though she didn't have a dog. I guess to be prepared for any strays. So considerate.
Yeah. Yeah, very considerate. I mean, like, yeah, I don't have a dog bowl, but I do have, like, you know, a couple dog beds and, you know, a collar and leash so the dog needs to go for a walk.
Oh, wow.
Some toys. It's
interesting that you have, like, a couple, because I guess that means that you're taking in, like, several dogs at once?
Well, no, I mean, like, sometimes dogs have a preference.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I try to be considerate. You know, like one of them was, like, maybe like, comfier than the other one, and... Yeah.
It's hard to tell sometimes exactly what a puppy needs.
Exactly. Sometimes you just gotta like, have it there, and then you know she'll know when she has it. Yeah. That's so cool. Thanks. Yeah. Just try to be considerate.
Do you have a little cage as well in case they like try to run out?
Not yet. Me trying out a new fit and feeling very gender. You look like a rejected Kingdom Hearts villain. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Kingdom Hearts villains look cool. That's a cool look. You look awesome. I'd go for that look. I mean, I am a big Kingdom Hearts fan, so maybe I'm not a good like reference point for that. But hey, I mean, I think it's a cool look. You do you. There. This'll catch that pilgrim ghost for sure. Man, I love traps. Fred, honey, you need to stop saying that. But not as much as I love my beautiful girlfriend. Sorry, Daff. Mystery Inc. Gang Polycool Chart. Mercy, Velma are lesbians. There's Daphne, who's pan and trans. We're in a romantic relationship with Fred Jones, who's bi, who is in a aromantic relationship with Shaggy. And then Scooby has no idea what's going on. That's great. Me watching decade-old YouTube videos that I used to love when I was a kid and remembering that some of the jokes are a lot more transphobic than I was remembering them. Yeah, I wonder why a lot of us might have internalized transphobia. Is it maybe because like the world has been like low-key transphobic and embedding transphobia into everything for a long time? Like I wonder why getting through all this stuff is hard when we're constantly told everywhere that our identity, our existence is nothing but a joke to be used at our expense. Gender dysphoria made my search history look like a teen boy with a crush. What? Wow. What music do girls like? What do girls do for fun? What games do girls play? What quote-unquote video games do girls play? Oof. Wow, I feel like shit. I should do something about this. Well, this helped, but it turns out I've got other mental issues going on. Yeah, HRT and transitioning is not like a magic solution to all problems. It could definitely help, like, get to the point where you can start solving those problems, though, and start tackling it. Like, you're removing a huge stressor and unwrapping some things, but, like, yeah, there might be other things also going on. It's just one part of what's making everything so difficult, maybe. But still, that's good progress, right? A little PSA for you. This is a femboy. This is a trans girl. This is a trap. The only thing they have in common is the ability to break your fucking shins. Car salesman slaps roof of Alice. This bad girl can fit so many treats in her. Shut up. God damn it. You're late. A transition is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is it early. It arrives precisely when it means to. That captures how I feel about my own transition. Like, yeah, it would have been nice to transition earlier, and I had opportunities to that I wasn't able to take because I just wasn't ready. When I think about the regret I have for that time lost, like, I also know that I wasn't ready back then. I wasn't ready to transition. I transitioned now, like, when it was right for me. It would have been nice to get help to, like, get there earlier, you know? But I can't really change that, and I was dealt with what I had given. Everybody has their own journeys, but no matter when you transition, that is a good time to transition, and that is your time to transition. Today, I will learn vocal weight. Hello, in this video, we will teach you vocal weight. Let's shift our weight from heavy to light. Okay, but how do I do it? I'm watching this to learn it. That's all. Thanks for watching. Bye. But a lot of voice training videos seem like they never actually tell you what you're supposed to be doing, do they? There is a reason for that. It's very difficult or nearly impossible to give you precise instructions of what you should be doing with your vocal folds. You're learning to use and control these muscles in ways that you just haven't ever intentionally done before. You know, we can't see them, we can't feel them, we don't really know what they're doing, don't know what's going on there. The only reliable thing we have to go on is the sound that you produce from them. And really, that's the main thing that matters, right? It's just, what does the sound actually come out as? So you aren't missing anything here. You really are just exploring how to twist and change your voice in different ways to mimic the examples. Like, of course, there are physical things happening when you're doing this, and you can get into the biomechanics of how your voice works. And that does help some people to have in mind. Like, it helps me to think about, you know, moving my larynx up and down to shift my resonance. And that what you're changing there is the size of your vocal tract. Like, you know, like a small instrument with a small cavity, like a violin versus a cello. Like, the violin has a very bright resonance. The cello has a much deeper resonance. Or for vocal weight, okay, well, I'm actually not as confident about that. I think it's like how much you're obstructing the airflow with your vocal folds, which that's not that helpful, I think, to think about. I think it's how soft or smooth your voice is versus how buzzy it is. But mainly, you really are just listening to the examples and mimicking and experimenting until you get a feel for it. And as you do this with intention and follow the guidance, your brain will slowly learn. Because literally, there are going to be neural pathways that just are not formed yet, because you don't have this fine control of your voice yet. And as you train and practice, new pathways are going to form. And that's not going to happen right away. You got to give your brain time to actually do the learning. Hello, just a quick intermission to, you know, share some art we've gotten recently. But first, a big thank you to all of our sponsors, which is all of you, patrons, YouTube members, and Twitch subscribers. You're the ones who are making this financially, like, any amount possible, and being really encouraging to keep doing it. So thank you. It means the world that people care about these dumb videos where I just ramble off about, like, I don't know, guitars and Bionicle and all that. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting, and thank you for enjoying all this stuff. Also, you might notice I'm wearing a new shirt. We have a merch store now. I set up a fourth wall store because, like, there are some shirt designs that I thought would be cool to make and see what I could do. And it's been like too long since I tried to do the whole merch thing, so I thought I'd give it a shot. And actually, people seem to like what I'm doing, so we're gonna make more stuff. But yeah, you can get this shirt. You can also get this shirt. I think I can't, like, link this because, or at least, like, through the YouTube fourth wall integration because of a certain word in it. But yeah, the shirt exists. You can wear it. People who have bought a shirt have said that it's nice, and I've gotten good feedback about it. So yeah. The link for the merch store is lunazera.com, by the way. You can also see this shirt in the thumbnail, actually. The artwork from the thumbnail is made by Mush Queen. We asked for some help making some cute art for Pride Month, holding like a trans flag, and yeah, she knocked it out of the park. Mush Queen is really cool. Thank you. Here's a cute idea I asked Lake 89 for, which it also made a leash version of. I've asked Entropy for a lot of art at this point. Like, I have a bunch of emotes now that are all made by Entropy, and they're all really, really cute. This is by Matcha.exe. I also got this from Creamy Roo, which is just gorgeous. And then here's a bunch of cute art that I've gotten as gifts from friends, from people who watch us. Yeah, some of the stuff people DM me, some people post things on my Discord. I save all of it, and it generally is so cool to see stuff from other people like this. Like, yeah. But all right, let's go back to the video. Why do you never shut up about being trans? Oh, sorry. I just, oh, this is embarrassing. See, like every single second of my life is affected by it, right? Like every second of every day forever. So, it's like almost like there's nothing else to talk about, especially when everybody keeps making it a problem and keeps like never shutting up about it. Like I would love to not have to think about it too much and just to be able to go on with life and not have to constantly have to fucking deal with all the bullshit, all the legal bullshit all around the world. But no. Everybody else has to keep making it their problem. So yeah, maybe if I'm not shutting up about being trans, maybe it's because the world won't let me shut up about being trans, because the world keeps making it their problem when it really doesn't affect them and they should mind their own fucking business. Gender clinic waiting room. Catherine? Cat? Oh, wait, actually that's me. Catherine? Yeah, that's me. Wow, imagine naming yourselves the same name that everybody else is naming themselves. Imagine, it couldn't be me. It's not like I name myself Alice, and it's not like there's other YouTubers who are trans who are also doing trans media stuff, also named Alice on YouTube. Whoops. I'll have, a computer science degree. How original. Oh, wait, actually, a psychology degree. Daring today, aren't we? Oh my god, really? Really? You're gonna call me out like this? You're gonna fucking call me out like this? Shut up. Shut up. Can't believe you. Who did this? Feel called out? I am called out. I'm really called out. I don't like it. For anybody who doesn't know, I have a PhD in psychology and neuroscience. So, a little called out. Layla, I can carry the bag myself. No, I could help. Wait. I just remembered that I picked something up for you at the store. Let's see. There it is. I saw it by the checkout lane and thought you might like it. It's kind of cute, right? Aww. Yeah, I think she likes it. Thank you so much. Oh, they're so cute together. See, who wouldn't want a puppy girlfriend? How I eat knowing food goes straight into my boobs. You gotta eat. You have to keep eating. Like I've said this before, it's not fat redistribution. It's a change in how fat is distributed, which means you gotta eat to start building up the fat still, I know though, it can be hard. I struggle with this a lot, honestly. So if this isn't easy to kind of like navigate around, I get you. Me when I started to notice my boobs in my shirt. Yeah. Feeling of putting on a shirt without a bra, just like a regular old loose shirt, and seeing your body shape and your curves like still shine through, and realizing that you don't need a bra at all to get some feminizing shaping of your body is really cool. It's really, really cool. It definitely can take a while to get there, mind you. Like I think it's not until the last, like year-ish that I started noticing it more, but and also, like, all my boobs on my model are maybe a bit bigger than me IRL. Like, my model's, let's just say, is wearing a push-up bra. Now I can also try to tune my model's physics to my real-life physics. My brain, October 2020. Okay, coping mechanism? We've had a lot of anxiety about this upcoming election. Not a problem, Chief. We'll bottle up like the rest. All right. Yep, I've been keeping us going for a long time with the bottle it all up plan. It all started when I bottled up the big one. What's in it? Dunno. And that's the idea. Does it seem a bit unstable? That bottle has held for almost 20 years. There's no way. Uh-oh. Fuck. You're so fired. You can bottle up your problems all you want, but you're gonna have to face them eventually. I do absolutely understand. I'm sure all of us can, about like, you can't always deal with everything in the moment. Like, you might not be in a good place to deal and process with things. You might be in a position where you need to keep pushing yourself forward. We all get burnt out. We all get exhausted, but we still have to work. We still have to figure out how to live, how to go on forward. And when you're dealing with really big problems that there isn't, it's just a simple solution. You push it aside, you plow forward, and you move on. But yeah, it catches up with you eventually. Maybe just like don't bottle it up for 20 years. Like if you're going to push something aside, make sure that you really do address it at some point. Who are you lot? We are the T-girls. Like trans girls? No, the Therian girls. I thought we were the trans girls. Did I walk into the wrong Discord server? Average top student. 2022 with a bachelor's degree. 2025 with woof woof. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. I mean, in my case, it's a PhD, but yeah. In many ways, it's just kind of like the new current trend or form of a dynamic that has been happening for a while, right? Like before it was kitty girls and cat girls, and now it's puppy girls. But you know, it's not only a form of self-expression, but a form of escapism. And that's not necessarily bad. It's an escapism for people who have been especially high achieving their whole life, or at least like had the pressure of being high achieving and getting extremely burnt out, whether they exceeded or not. And just sometimes you just want to turn off your brain a bit and not have everything weighing down on you so much. You know, sometimes you just want to make your tail. And like, as long as that escapism isn't going too far, it's not a bad thing. I don't think so. So you're not gonna rock the bottomless look? I'm used to wearing pants, thanks. Mom, come on, look at me. I can't believe I lost my son. I'm still your son. I'm just a squirrel now. I didn't give birth to a squirrel. You also didn't give birth to a fully grown 17-year-old boy, but you were okay with that 2 days ago. Don't talk back to your mother. I wonder if this is an allegory for something. Now, furry and theory and experiences can't possibly be related to trans experiences in any way. Like, there's nothing, no connection there. Never mind the fact that we just looked at a theory and girls post. That's completely a coincidence, yeah. Uh-huh. Hello, ladies. Would you like to try this new hand cream? Okay, fine. Okay. Oh, hey, you just got a compliment. Huh? He said, hello, ladies. Aww. The Bionicle Fan-to-Trans pipeline explained. From Takia sharks to IKEA sharks. Okay, I'm going to say right away that I had tons of Bionicles growing up. So I'm kind of excited to read this comic. Like, I have 2 big bins still full of stuff from the first 3 generations of Bionicles. I had almost all of the first generation stuff, like all the Toa, most of the enemies, I even had like the remote control ones. They're like little crabs. They had like remote control things, some birds. I was missing some of them, but I got most of them. All the Matarans, all the Turaga, and then like the Barak. Actually, I guess there were 2 seasons of Barak. There was like the Barak and then the upgraded Baraks. I forget what they were called, with the silver kind of shells on them. And of course, you got the Toa Nuva from that set. And then we went to Metronuri, and then we had all the what were they called? The Toa. Then we went to Metronuri, and we had all the Toa Matas, which were all the Turagas from the past, kind of like before they entered Matanuri Island, like the original island they came from. And going through there, just like kind of where you got like the more articulate figures and stuff. And then, so yeah, I'm excited to read this one. So please, Alien B, explain to me the Bionicle Fan-to-Trans pipeline. I would love to know why this has actually been predestined for me my entire life. All right, so Bionicle is the theme of buildable Lego figures that originally ran from 2001 to 2010. The sets featured masked elemental biomechanical heroes on an island setting, and were accompanied by exciting lore told across books, comics, and movies. Yeah, it was like really cool. Like, I had a bunch of the comics, and the movies are pretty decent. Like, this is lava riding from the beginning of the Mask of Light movie with Toa Nuva Tahu, who's this Takanuva, the chronicler, who's also the main character. I'm gonna start info dumping about Bionicles, I'm sorry. Who's also the main character of the Lego Bionicle like point and click adventure games that were on the lego.com website. Bionicle characters had ever evolving bodies that changed vastly in appearance while giving them new powers and abilities. Reaching these changes was often a big challenge for the heroes. This is Lewa. And this is when they found the Baraks, really after the first main generation, when they found the Baraks, they got like upgraded by the protodermis layer beneath Matanui, which is like a whatever. The 2003 Bionicle Mask of Light film tells the story of Takua, a timid chronicler with a color mismatch and poorly fitting mask. Takua struggles to find sense of purpose and belonging, but he embraces his destiny after using the Mask of Light to transform himself into the hero Takanuva. So why are so many Bionicle fans transgender? Bionicle's characters are especially appealing to trans fans, having relatable emotions, insecurities, and dreams, and relationships in interchangeable bodies removed from human gender expression norms. Bionicle sets use many of the same pieces regardless of a character's gender. This fantastical world provided a sense of freedom and escape from rigid gender presentation. It's so true. Usually the blue water Toas would be the kind of stand-in female Toas. Like, I forget the one on the right here, what their name is called, but in the first generation, first and second generation of Bionicles, that toa was called Gally, and generally she used she, her pronouns. But like, yeah, it was all the same parts. There wasn't really any mention of her gender otherwise. It was just kind of in pronouns. And I think that many things actually just didn't use pronouns and maybe even use like he, him pronouns sometimes. So like gender was much, much more like a choice, you know, like it was like, otherwise they all are the same parts. They're just all of the same biomechanical bodies. Another factor to consider is the timing of Bionicle's release. Those who belong to the target demographic of kids aged 5 to 15 during Bionicle's original run have experienced young adulthood through a time of exceptional trans visibility and self-discovery with the help of social media. Yeah, that's true. It's also just the right place, right time. Like this was a like very cool toy that allowed for this kind of gender expression and not even gender expression, just like freedom to explore media without any gender norms to worry about. Additionally, it is important to recognize the lasting love of Bionicle fans on the autism spectrum. Shit. Ah, fuck, I've literally been info dumping to you. Okay. I'm feeling a little called out, but okay. There is a proven correlation between neurodivergence and gender divergence. It follows that fans for whom Bionicle is still a special interest are more likely to be trans than neurotypical former fans, who probably don't engage as much in online Bionicle spaces now. Okay, to be fair, I don't engage in Bionicle spaces online. I just keep these to myself, usually. But I am very enthusiastic about Bionicles. God damn it. The appeal of Bionicle's transformative themes and characters are not lost on those who are lucky enough to have grown up with it. And for fans who have gone through challenging transformations of their own, memories of growing up with Bionicle has given them a comforting escape into an epic world where change is embraced as destiny. Thank you, alienby. You called me out so viciously. But yeah, fully agree. Very cool, very good comic. Want a copy of your receipt, sir? Ma'am. Welcome, mister. Miss. Need anything else, bro? Sis. Could be a bit more polite, could you? Try and be a little more understanding. Never seen you ask that from other folks. Yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, other people are being impolite here. Other people are being really rude and disrespectful. Why am I the one who needs to be changing that for other people? And like, we're not even doing anything here. We're just like, hey, you made a mistake here. I'm just gonna gently correct you and then we can move on. That's all it needs to be. Why are you making a big deal? If you tell your name to somebody and then they repeat back the wrong name because they misheard you, you don't just then like, oh, well, that's your name now. They've decided that's your name. They misheard you. That's your name. So that's it. No. You tell them what your name is. You'd be like, no, actually it's this. Like, oh, I'm sorry. You spelled my name wrong. It's spelled with an E, you know, like you do this small correction and then they learn. It's like, oh, okay, made a mistake. And then you move on. That's all it needs to be. Why is that rude? Like, more understanding of what? I understand perfectly. Yeah, that movie was okay. And oh, I saw Deadeyedfae the other day, and yeah, I think these are doing okay. God, every time. Still, I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, my name's not super common, but this happens enough that, yeah, you are cute and valid. The trans community. Thank you. That means a lot. Wait, what? You just accepted the compliment? Is that allowed? Just because I'm a trans girl, you think I can't accept good things about me? I refuse to reinforce the stereotype that all trans people are doomed to self-loathing. Join me, and together we can normalize self-love. It is your destiny! Oh no, God, what have I done? I can fully understand the whole, reject compliment thing, but personally, I don't really like the stereotype or the expectation that it builds up where people like just get into this constant weird, like, cute aggression battle of putting compliments on other people and forcing them on them, and then them saying no, they don't want it, and then the expectation then being for the other person to keep doing it and do it more. I get it, I understand, but I don't like the normalization of, people not accepting themselves and not like accepting compliments, and I don't like the normalization of like not taking no as a like sign to stop and like back off, to just be like keep pushing forward. Like that's not the best. I think I miss rainbow capitalism. I don't miss it per se. It's just more harrowing to not see it as much, and that silence is very telling. of basically the reasons why we didn't like rainbow capitalism. The reason why people complain about it is because, companies or corporations aren't our friends. And that's not just like for trans and queer people, but just anybody. They will explicitly do marketing and reach out and like participate in social movements, social things. All of that is to sell stuff. All of that is so that when you think about these brands, you think about your like interactions with them on a more personal level, and that you have that like personal connection that they've built up. But that doesn't mean that they're actually there for you and care about you or anybody else. This was just pandering to get queer communities to buy more things from their stores. That's all it was. And as soon as it started hurting their bottom line in other regards, from other pressure, from other directions, we don't see it anymore. Thank goodness. This one actually fits. And geez, I feel like Junip is missing out by keeping all this in the bedroom. Though, to his credit, oh shit, I sort of keep this all confined to my apartment, don't I? It would be so freeing to go out looking like this, to be seen and known like this. But I guess I only feel safe keeping it all behind closed doors. Why is that? Oh. I'm not a boy at all, am I? Alright then. After a while of, doing things in the privacy of my room, like finding clothing and trying them on, trying on makeup, looking up at things about tucking, and like I mentioned before, buying women's underwear. Once you start letting yourself explore your self-expression and find what brings you joy in that, it becomes a lot clearer, how all these pieces fit together and what you might be denying yourself and trying to hide from yourself. Apparently, by the way, the rest of this comic is not safe for work, so, be warned if you go looking this up. But this is really cute. Alright, I hope all that was good. I tried a couple different things with sound effects throughout this. I don't know if it was too much, but I wanted to, find ways to make things special, Taking comics and artwork and, doing things to make it dynamic in different ways is a lot of fun. Here's a random question for you, but, how would you describe what my videos are? Because I don't really know. When I see other people talk about their videos looking at trans memes, they talk about, meme reviews, that they're reviewing the memes they found on whatever subreddit. Maybe trans meme sharing is more accurate, because for the most part, just sharing cool and neat stuff or things that made me think or feel something with other people, with the hopes that me sharing my journey or just the ways that I struggle, the things that I thought and think about stuff, or how things make me feel as I'm figuring myself out and just trying to be myself. But maybe it can help somebody else to hear these things. But I think that, calling these videos trans meme reviews is a bit of a loose label. A lot of times I'm not even pulling stuff from r/trans. I just throw in things that I like and that I think are cool and that speak to me in some way. So if you're ever wondering if I'm going to cover other subreddits, I do. I do all the time. Most of it is from r/trans, but not only are things cross-posted all the time, but yeah, no, I do pull from other places if it's something that speaks to me or in something that fits the vibe that I'm going for in the video. I just keep calling the videos trans memes because, well, YouTube SEO. And I'm not lying. It's not clickbait. That is what it is. But yeah, I do include stuff from Furry IRL and other places. All right, well, I'll get off your screen now. Thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Fuck capitalism, punch Nazis, abolish ICE, free Palestine. I hope you had a nice Pride Month, and I'll catch you around.